Hi, this is Tina Hewitt, the Stampin' Up demonstrator in Adelaide, Australia. And today I'm going to be showing you how to make these cards from this kit, which is the May 2026 kit, one of them that was released, and it is called Pretty Party. So it's got lots of gold shimmer on it, so it's a great kit for birthday cards, any celebrations like that. I'll just show you. Here we go. So the kits come in a box like this, and these are all inclusive kits. They have everything you need to make the cards. This one makes 9 cards, and it's got coordinating envelopes for it. I'm just going to show you how to make one of each of the cards today. I've already had all the cards made up except for 3, so I'll just get my supplies out of here. So the kits come with some dimensionals, some bling, some glue dots, and a stamp set, and a block, and there is an ink, a mini ink pad that comes with this one, although I've chosen to use a full-size stamp pad to make it just a little bit easier, and I'll use the thick blocks because with my hands I find these a little bit too thin, and this is nice and chunky to hold on to. But you know, you can place this off. So I'll just put these bits and pieces aside, not too far so I don't lose them, and I'll get on to doing the first card. So the instructions are fairly straightforward. On one page it shows you all the bits that you need for each card, and I've already separated the bits into little packets to do that, make it easy. And then on the rest of it, so this shows you how to make one card, another, and another. When you're doing these kits, there's a couple of things to learn. So these little dots here, I don't know if you can see that, yeah, little grey dots here, that corresponds to the glue dots, which are these things here. These little hexagons are the dimensionals, which are hexagon shape, so it makes that easy. And then these are the bling, shows you different sizes. So they've got sequins in this one, and then this shows you the block and to put the stamp on, to ink it up, and where to stamp it on the banners and things like that. So so for this card, let's grab that one, I think it's that one there. So we have the card base, which is that. Now the great thing about these kits is if you wanted to make it more versatile, you could actually cut this in half, put this on a standard size card base, and get twice as many cards out of it. I'm not going to do that today, I'm just going to show you how to make this kit as is. So we've got that, and then you fold that in half, that's card base. I've got the envelope there, I'll just put that one aside, and then we've got 2 banner strips. So one is going to have birthday and the other is going to have wishes, and so we'll stamp them one at a time. Grab the stamps, and so just do one. I'll grab my, whoops, now with photopolymer stamps, what I like to do, this is a little tip, is I like to put them down on my surface, like a paper or whatever, my table, and I apply the block to it, and then I know it's more or less straight. Because these are flexible, if you put it on there, you could accidentally curve it or have a little thing so it's not quite straight. So as I put it down there, let it relax itself, and then apply the block to it. So that's ready to go. Grab this. Birthday. Oops, I put this over there so I can see what I'm doing. So this birthday, I put this in the banner that goes that way. Now you can actually curve it to follow the lines of the banner if you wish, but I'm just going to do it like that. And yeah, that's the first one. Yeah, I'll just go and grab my chamois, which is just over here out of shop. I have my chamois to clean my stamps. With photopolymer stamps, this colour Cajun craze, any dark, sort of reddy brownies, mainly reds, and some of the blues have a lot of red in them, but they tend to stain your stamps. Doesn't mean that it's not clean, so this is clean now. It's just been stained, and that's just the way it goes with photopolymer stamps. So now I'm going to do wishes. Stamp that one on this banner near that side. That's the greeting. That's all the stamping I'm doing on this card. So I'll just clean that off. Put this back on the sheet. And I'll just put that aside over there. Okay, and so now I need this big balloon shape. I need to put dimensionals all over it. So on the instructions it says to put dimensionals all over there. That's pretty easy. I'll do that. And then we're going to stick this on to the card base. And the great thing about these kits is that they're quick and easy. You've had all the designing done for you. You can, if you want to, if you feel they're too simple, you can add things to them. But if you need a card in a hurry, these take, not long. It might be 10-15 minutes a card, and then there you go. You've got cards. Great for Christmas cards when we get into that season. When do you start making Christmas cards? I actually start in July or June. I have done one already. Anyway, so this one's going to go on the top there. So I've got a nice three-dimensional element on that card at the front. Now, so this has tells me this one I need to put a dot on that side. I'm going to use, I'm just using my take your pick tool, the pointy end, and I could turn that like that, make it easy. There you go, and then put a dimensional there, and on the wishes, that's just needs two dimensionals, one there and one there, and then these are going onto the card front. This little package will take the little paper thing off there. So now that's sticky. So the dimensional is on that side, and it's about there, and you want to line this up with the edge about there, and then these dimensionals, birthday wishes, goes on the top of the balloon, and so that one goes about, want to line it up with that edge. There we go. And then we've got some bling. Looks like we've got two large sequins and a smaller one. So I've got one up here, one down here, put that one up there. And that's the first card already. Look at that. That didn't take that long. So that's card number 1. Okay, I'll put that with the envelope over there. Now let's have a look at card number 2. This is interesting. Oh, it's got a few pieces to it. Got the envelope. So fold that card base in half. As again, you've got printed on both these. This has got, look at the nice shiny gold bit. So you can put that on 2 cards. But okay, we're going to make it up as it is. And it says it's time to celebrate. That's the greeting that we need for this one. Oops. Sorry about that, making a noise there. Time to celebrate. It's time to celebrate. Put my greeting on my table. It's time to celebrate. I've got my label here. Oops. Just hold for a few seconds. Straight up. Very good. Okay, that's that one. I'll clean that one off. I'll put that one back on. Okay. Right, okay. Now what do we have to do on this one? So we've got some, just give that another minute to dry. It says to put dimensionals on the back of that. And then we've got these pieces here with balloon shapes. So we put dimensionals on the back of all of those. So this one, put one. So like that. Looking at the pictures, the instructions are pretty easy to follow. And then we'll put dimensionals on this one. Okay, right, I'll put dimensionals on the back of this, the label. And I think these kits make great gifts as well. It's gifts for birthdays or Christmas, whatever. You can have a get together with friends and so just to get together and make some cards and then have some snacks, nibbles and drinks and share some funny stories and whatnot. So and because you don't have to think too hard for these kits, they're pretty easy. Right, yeah, it looks like this goes over the top of that. Oh, look at that. I just have to line it up more or less and put I'm going to bring it down so it's closer to me. There we go, I can say that. This one, little balloons. This goes on the top of this one over here. And this is the last one. Goes over in the corner, right, okay. Lines up with these over here. So it goes a little bit over the greeting. And then we have some bling. And it looks like we have one of the larger ones. Where's the large ones? About there. About there. And a couple of smaller ones. About there. And so this is a very handy dandy tool. It's called the Take Your Pick tool. It has a putty end on this one. You have to shape it to keep it from going all over the place. And it has another end which has two things. You've got a little pokey tool and a little spatula. Decide which one you want to use. There are other attachments available for that, sold separately. That's a great tool to have to help you pick up all these little intricate bits and pieces. And look, I've made another card, and that didn't take very long at all. So that's card number 2. I'll put that one over there. Now we're going to card number 3, which is this one. Now, because I was just thinking about this one. It says congratulations. Oh, I could still do that. I was thinking of changing it to something else, but I could still do that. Or shall I change it? I might change it just to give you an idea. So what you could do, if you've got other greetings, what you got to do is find something that will fit the banner. So, I mean, we've got in here, I could still, it's time to celebrate. No, that won't fit on there. I'll just put celebrate. Now, that's interesting to you. So, but what I'm going to do, I'm just going to grab another stamp set. So just give us a second. I have this one in my stash, and I think this one might fit. This is a 12 days crafting advent calendar last year. Yeah, I think that's going to just fit in there. Birthday wishes. So you can always pick a greeting from another stamp set to stamp you. If you've got different banner shapes, dies or something like that, you could change that, or even just cut a straight piece of white cardstock and stamp on that and put that on the card. So you can vary it as you go. You don't have to do it exactly as they say, but this gives us a good starting point. So let's see if I can line that up more or less straight. That's not too bad at all. Okay, birthday wishes. Okay, now and that one off. Let's put that. And this one over here. I think that's, no, not quite all my stamping. Okay, so we've got the card base. Just looking at that, we've got the banner. And we've got the gold banner. And the greeting banner. They have dimensionals on. Let's put dimensionals on that one and on that one. Okay, I get that. Yep, so that just goes on that. Okay, we've got. So if you just follow it step by step, it's fairly easy. So that says to put the small one on top of the larger one. This is the larger one. Probably shouldn't take the things off first. But anyway, let's see how we go. I'm going to put this one on top of this one. I'll turn them around. And that's lined up. And then it's lined up along the edge of that. So I'll do this way around. I'll put this on first. On the front of the card. And I'll put this one on top. I might even leave a little bit of gold showing. There we go. That. And now we've got some other balloon pieces that need dimensionals. Oh. Okay, we put this one up here. Over the top. The one printed on the card. Oops. And this goes over the top of this one here. And then we've got some more bling to put around the place. So what have we got? So I'll use this 2 of the larger ones and 3 of the smaller ones. What have I got here? Now I've got a cat here. I have cats that come in my studio. She's waiting by my door wanting to come in. She'll have to wait till I've finished. But anyway, okay, put a larger one. There. One over here. Oops, I've picked up a smaller one with my finger, so that's going to go there. And the larger one. Looks like we've got a few spares, which is great. And a smaller one. When you're putting embellishments or bling on a card, a good rule of thumb, and I think it comes from, might be art theory or something like that, I'm not sure exactly, is to have odd numbers. Odd numbers are pleasing to the eye. Even numbers you think, well, okay, yeah. Anyway, so this is the card, and what also suggested on the instructions here is to stamp balloons on the envelope, which you could do on all of them actually. I'll just do it on this one. So that's, so just put it on the front. You put it on both sides, couldn't you? Put it on the front or the back of the envelope to get the balloon stamp. Just put that, pick that up the block. Now with these stamp pads, it's a little tip. Try to be just tap, tap, tap lightly. If you want to see, I mean this has been used a bit, but if you want to test a new stamp, just see how it stamps to go on your grid paper. I mean this is not white grid paper, but you can still see that, again, nice clean image. You don't want to push it too hard in that because you get ink all inside the stamp, and so which can cause a few problems. So okay, and you don't want to rock it, you just want to press it, especially on an envelope which is got a bit more give in it. So you put it straight down lift up, and there you go. And then, because these are fairly juicy stamp pads, just want to close it and just let it dry for a minute, and it gives me time to clean my stamp. So I've got some ink on the inside of the balloons, and it will stain, but that's all right. We can work with that. Shows it's well loved. Okay, I might put, is that the little bag that the bling came in? I don't know, might not be, doesn't matter. It's a bit, seems like it doesn't fit in that. Okay, that's all the cards. I'll just put this on its little sheet. Also in the box with these kits that have stamps in them. So this one is available in, well, in English speaking countries we have it in English, and in French speaking countries they have it in French, and then in Germany they have their own language. So so you can get that in, but in but in Australia we've got the English version. So, and then it has shows you the stamps, how they fit on the sheet, so you can make sure you've put them all back correctly. And we'll have a look at these 3 cards. Let's have a look. So here we go. There's the 3 cards. Great birthday cards. Yeah, very quick and easy to make. And I'm sure whoever receives them will enjoy them. So let's change back to me. So I hope you enjoyed that. This kit is available now from the Stampin' Up shop, and I will put a link in the description of the video where you can order this kit, and then make your own cards. So you can make 9 cards with this kit, 3 of each of these designs. Let's go back. So 3 of each of those, and then so you make 9 cards altogether. Great value, quick and easy, lots of fun. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Bye for now.